Hey guys, it's Chad again. Just wanted to go ahead and give you an update. So, I just recently got back from Santa Barbara with my new setup on my Jeep, and all in total, I've got about 450 miles on the new setup, and I gotta tell you, it did really well. I mean, I was able to average 16.7 miles to the gallon. The only reason being it's not a little bit higher is just because I live in an area that's uphill, and unfortunately, it does kill a lot of the fuel economy. But as you all can see, I pretty much got everything in place. The only thing I'm still trying to figure out how to do is to get a outer shift boot for the interior in here. I just have this in there to limit the noise coming from in there, but I do have a shift boot out of a TJ in there for the lower shift boot below the column, and as you all can see, it fits perfectly in there. And I just took a sledgehammer and bent the bottom there to work with the divot in the center plate of the floor. And now at this point, I mean, pretty much everything else is done. I mean, I've got my GPS here. It just also happens to have a backup camera installed on it. So like, we just go ahead and click there. You guys can see I've got my GPS all set. Backup camera works with the backup lights. There's that. And then my dash is all put back together. And as you guys can see on my VIC, that I've got the indicator working again for the four-wheel drive, and if I just put it in neutral, you got to put the clutch down, you'll be able to put it in four-wheel drive. So four-wheel part time, all done. So first click is four-wheel, that's the high, four-wheel high, neutral, and then you go to your low. So again, we'll watch it here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. So if you guys watch, you got four-wheel high, neutral, and four-wheel low. So everything is now working on this Jeep just like it would from the factory. And then if we come here under the hood, you guys can see everything's all put back together normally. I do just need to put in the last screw there to hold this whole thing in, and it's all good to go under the hood. And then lastly, guys, it's going to be a little dark under here, but for the four-wheel drive, I ended up using, I don't know if you can see it, you can see the rods right there. I ended up using the Teraflex four-wheel drive linkage kit, because your factory ZJ linkage will not work. So it will not directly fit your NV3500 because the NV3500 has a threaded boss that's in the way, and what you'll have to do is ultimately you'll have to trim it to fit, but it will go on once you trim it to size. And then once you get everything all adjusted, you'll get your four-wheel drive linkage all set up and you can put it in gear. And then, one other thing. As I indicated in a previous video for you guys, the Dodge Durango front drive shaft out of an automatic does in fact fit. Kind of hard to see there, because it's nighttime here already, but here is the front drive shaft and it fits in there perfectly, no bottoming out or anything like that. So that really makes everything fit well. So on that note, guys, I mean, there's not really anything else to this swap. I had all the parts I needed. I got my foot pedals in, interior's all put back together, no wires are hanging or anything like that. And I mean, if you look real carefully, you guys can see right there, that wire right here on the wire limb is my safety switch for the clutch that goes to the ECU. And I just put that, grabbed the grommet from the shift cable from the automatic, cut the cable out of it, and then ran the wire through it with the wire loom. And then one other piece of advice I'll leave you guys is that when you remove the what's it called? When you remove the actual automatic shifter from there, you guys will have two cables. One's going to be your shift cable, and then the other one is the lockout cable for your ignition key. So I actually removed the cable for this key, and it's really easy to do. All you got to do is, if you lower the steering column, you don't even have to take the covers off. If you lower the steering column, there are two Phillips screws on the just behind this, and what you'll do is, if you just undo them, you can actually remove the whole thing and you don't need it at all. So what you get by doing that for you guys, you'll no longer have that issue of having the key being an issue with the lockout cable if it's not positioned just right. So anyways guys, I think that's gonna do it for this update. As you guys can, like I said, as you guys can see, this swap is done. I just need the one piece, which is the boot, to go over the top here, and I'm trying to figure that guy out here as we speak. So you guys have a nice evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.